Coal is a combustible, sedimentary, organic rock, which is composed mainly of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is a fossil fuel and is far more plentiful than oil or gas, with around 109 years of coal mining worldwide. Coal formation began during the Carboniferous period, known as the First Coal Age, which is believed it occurred 360 million years ago. Not only does coal provide electricity, it is also an essential fuel for steel and cement production, and other industrial activities. This video provides further information on coal, where it is found, how it is mined and used, along with other information on markets and transportation. So, as we said, coal formation began 360 million years ago. It is formed from vegetation, which has been consolidated between other rocks and altered by the combined effects of pressure and heat over millions of years to form coal seams. The degree of change undergone by coal is known as qualification. Qualification has an important bearing on coal's physical and chemical properties, and is referred to as the rank of the coal. Ranks from those who have the least carbon to those who have the most carbon are as following: lignite, subbituminous, bituminous, and anthracite. The quality of each coal deposit is determined by several factors: the varying types of vegetation from which the coal originated, the depth of the burial, the temperatures and pressures at those depths, and the length of time the coal has been forming in the deposit. Initially, the pit is converted into lignite or brown coal. These coal types with low organic maturity. In comparison to other coals, lignite is quite soft, and its color can range from dark black to various shades of brown. Over many more millions of years, the continuing effects of temperature and pressure produces further change in the lignite, progressively increasing its organic maturity and transforming it into the range known as subbituminous coals. Further chemical and physical changes occur until these coals become harder and blacker, forming the bituminous or hard coals. Under the right conditions, the progressive increase in the organic maturity can continue, finally forming anthracite. High-rank coals are high in carbon and therefore heat value, but low in hydrogen and oxygen. Low-rank coals are low in carbon, but high in hydrogen and oxygen content. Each type of carbon has a different use. For example, lignite and subbituminous are used for power generation, but bituminous is mostly used for cement manufacture, production of iron and steel, as well as power generation, and the anthracite is used for the domestic.
Coal reserves are available in almost every country worldwide, with recoverable reserves in around 70 countries. The biggest reserves are in the USA, Russia, China, and India. After centuries of mineral exploration, the location, size, and characteristics of most countries' coal resources are quite well known. Exploration activity is typically carried out by mining companies with short planning horizons rather than the state-funded Geological Service. Coal reserves are discovered through exploration activities. The process usually involves creating a geological map of the area, then carrying out geochemical and geophysical surveys, followed by exploration drilling. This allows an accurate picture of the area to be developed. The area will only become a mine if it's large enough and of sufficient quality that the coal can be economically recovered. Only this has been confirmed, mining operations begin.
Over 6,000 million tons of hard coal is currently produced worldwide. The top 5 hard coal producers are China, the USA, India, Australia, and South Africa. Much of global coal production is used in the country in which it was produced. Only around 15% of hard coal production is destined for the international coal market. Coal is mined by two main methods: the surface or open cast mining and the underground or deep mining. The choice of mining method is largely determined by the geology of the coal deposit. Underground mining currently accounts for a bigger share of world coal production than open cast, although in several important coal producing countries, surface mining is more common. Surface mining, also known as open cast or open cut mining, is only economic when the coal seam is near the surface. This method recovers a higher proportion of the coal deposit than underground mining, as all coal seams are exploited. It uses very large pieces of equipment, including draglines, which remove the overburden, power shovels, large trucks for transportation, bucket wheel excavators, and conveyors. The overburden of soil and rock is first broken up by explosives. It is then removed by drag lines or by shovel and truck. Once the coal seam is exposed, it is drilled, fractured, and systematically mined in strips. The coal is then loaded onto large trucks or conveyors for transport to either the coal preparation plant or direct to where it will be used. Underground mining is much less economical as it must have an important and well-elaborated previous plan. It includes workers accessing underground soils in order to help in this extraction method. Therefore, it includes more risks. The technological advancements have made coal mining today more productive than it has ever been. To keep up with technology and to extract coal as efficiently as possible, modern mining personnel must be highly skilled and well trained in the use of complex art instruments and equipment.
Coal has many important uses worldwide. The most significant uses of coal are in electricity generation, steel production, cement manufacturing, and as a liquid fuel. Different types of coal have different uses. Steam coal, also known as thermal coal, is mainly used in power generations. Coking coal, also known as metallurgical coal, is mainly used in steel production. Coal plays a vital role in electricity generation worldwide. Coal-fired power plants currently fuel 41% of global electricity. Global steel production is dependent on coal. 70% of the steel produced today uses coal. Metallurgical coal or coking coal is a vital ingredient in the steel making process. The cement industry requires energy to produce cement, and coal is an important source of energy needed. Cement is critical to the construction industry. Mixed with water and gravel, it forms concrete, one of the key construction materials available today. Varying the mix of cement, sand, and aggregate enables concrete to be used in a range of applications. Converting coal to a liquid fuel is a process referred to as coal liquefaction, which allows coal to be utilized as an alternative to oil. There are two different methods for converting coal into a liquid fuel. One of them, direct liquefaction, works by dissolving the coal in a solvent at high temperature and pressure. The second one, indirect liquefaction, gasifies the coal to form a syngas, which is a mixture of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. The syngas is then condensed over a catalyst to produce high-quality, ultra-clean products. Coal to liquid has a number of benefits. Coal is affordable and available worldwide, enabling countries to access domestic coal reserves. Coal liquids can be used for transport, cooking, stationary power generations, and in the chemical industries. Underground coal gasification is a method of converting unworked coal, which is coal still in the ground, into a combustible gas which can be used for industrial heating, power generations, or the manufacture of hydrogen, synthetic natural gas, or diesel fuel.
Coal can be transported to demand centers quickly, safely, and easily by ship and rail. A large number of suppliers are active in the international coal market, ensuring a competitive and efficient market. The way that coal is transported to where it will be used depends on the distance to be covered. Coal transportation is generally carried out by conveyors or truck over short distances. Trains and barges are used for longer distances within domestic markets or alternatively coal can be mixed with water to form a coal slurry and transport through a pipeline. Coal prices have historically been lower and more stable than oil and gas prices. Coal is likely to remain the most affordable fuel for power generation in many developing and industrial countries for decades.